Imagine a place where fires in the Earth's belly spill into the sky and where time's flame continues to glow. Where a complex of traditions flow into one another, live and thrive. It takes just 9 hours to fly to Guatemala, a country straddling two seas and two halves of a continent. Scan your eyes over the capital, Guatemala City, and you can see it has one foot firmly in the future, the other stubbornly planted in the past. A program to restore the city's old quarter is currently being spearheaded by the mayor. The features on the city's modern face often reflect its ancient ancestry and some more recent. The country's cultural mix, individual strands woven together, make Guatemala an arresting and at the same time complicated experience. At Lake Atitlan, the collapsed cone of a volcano has created an azure lake. And among the smoking stacks of Santiago Atitlan is another 40-a-day man. The puffing maximum, a deity who in exchange for alcohol and tobacco will answer the most unconventional prayers. Guatemala's 30 volcanoes do not just stand guard over an ancient and still living culture, but in their arms cradle a pristine, natural ecology. If, in environmental terms, the world's rainforests are the lungs of the earth, then Guatemala's are second only to the Amazon for what they contribute to the atmosphere. And the Department of Petén is the Maya Biosphere Reserve, 2 million hectares containing 14 discrete tropical ecosystems, 100 extremely rare and protected species. Visitors can enjoy the country's environment or use it as an adult playground. Under the rainforest canopy, visitors discover a darkened world where nature rules. With the fall of the Maya, the forest moved in on their ancient empire. The city of Tikal was sealed off from the outside world, protected and preserved. Nature's benign conquest of Tikal is in a region whose social history has been written largely in tears. Things have now moved on, however, and previous warnings to travelers are out of date.
Well, we have been traveling all over Guatemala, and as far as now we feel perfectly safe and really don't believe what is written as far as now in the guidebooks we have read before.
It's now safe to enjoy a place which rejoices in the distinction of being one of the few places declared a UNESCO Natural and Cultural World Heritage Site. Stepping forward into the present, and the descendants of the region's former rulers flock to the Sunday market at Chichicastenango. One contact with their past is the huipil, the designs for which are an ancient inheritance. The huipil has its own story and each pattern its own meaning. Families have their own designs and colours because they feel that each family and surname is important to them. The patterns are passed on from generation to generation. It's 500 years since Spain's conquistadores swept through the Americas. Now 58% of Guatemala's population are indigenous Maya. La Antigua is one of the oldest and most beautiful cities in the Americas. Set amid 3 magnificent volcanoes, their regular eruptions are a periodic reminder that La Antigua was the nation's capital until 1776. An earthquake forced the capital to be moved east to Guatemala City. Given this history, it's not surprising the city's colonial architecture seems as sturdy as it does beautiful. La Antigua has a Baroque splendour. It's no doubt because of its numerous churches and monasteries, so many that one writer confessed to an overpowering feeling of sinfulness on visiting the place. In some instances, the secular has moved in on the sacred. This hotel is a converted monastery where guests stay in chambers once occupied by monks. The city is a chance to experience the majestic, cloistered among the volcanoes. Downriver to the coast, visitors can chill out in a more laid-back atmosphere, lodged in cabanas lapped by the Caribbean. And further along the shore still, the town of Livingston. The Garifuna who live here are the descendants of escaped St. Vincent slaves. There's an easy feeling here. You can listen to boom and chime and dance the punta, wiggling parts you didn't know existed. Guatemala is a complicated character. On one side, easygoing, on the other, aware of the history at its heart. A place of living colour, of fire, and profound, unexpected beauty.